Hello students, welcome back. This is Leena ma'am with the second part of the short question series for the chapter The Human Eye and the Colorful World, class 10. Okay, so let us begin with the questions. First question says, when we go outside in bright sunlight, the pupil of the eye, the options are A. Contracts, expands, then C is sometimes contracts and sometimes expands, D. Neither contracts nor expands. Oh, the answer is A, that is contracts. Second question, which cells respond to color of lights? So options are A, rod shaped cells, B, cone shaped cells, C, both types of cells, D, neither of the two cells. So clearly the answer is cone shaped cells, which is option B. Now let us move on to the third question. The focal length of eye lens is, options are A, fixed, B, variable, C, sometimes fixed and sometimes variable, D, cannot say. So the answer will be, it is variable, which is option B. Next question, question number 4. Variable focal length of eye lens is responsible for, option A, accommodation of eye, B, persistence of vision, C, color blindness, D, least distance of distinct vision. So the answer is, it is accommodation of eye, which is in option A. So next question, let us see what it is saying. Question number 5 is asking that when ciliary muscles are relaxed, focal length of eye lens is, options are A, maximum, B, minimum, C, neither maximum nor minimum, D, cannot say. So your answer will be A, that is maximum, right? Next one, question number 6. If the far point of an eye is at 4 meter, then the eye is, the options are A, hypermetropic and needs minus 1.25 diopter lens, B, hypermetropic and needs plus 2.5 diopter lens, C, myopic and needs plus 0.25 diopter lens, D, myopic and needs minus 0.25 diopter lens. So children, it is asking for the far point. Okay, far point is at 4 meter. That means it is the person is not able to see infinity, right? So what will be the disease? And just calculate the diopter. I mean the power you have to calculate. So what will be your answer? Calculate it. Pause the video if you need time, and then find out your answer. The answer will be, it will be myopic eye and needs minus 0.25 diopter lens. I hope that you all have got the answer. Let us move on to the next question. Seventh one. A man suffering from short-sightedness is unable to see the object distinctly at a distance greater than 2 meter. The power of lens required to correct this defect of the eye should be, options are minus 2 diopter, B plus 2 diopter, C plus 0.5 diopter, D minus 0.5 diopter. Again, just do the calculation. It is quite easy. The answer is 0.5 diopter, that is in minus. Okay, so it is option D. Next one. A long-sighted person has a minimum distance of distinct vision of 50 centimeter. He wants to reduce it to 25 centimeter. He should use a, options are A, concave lens of focal length 25 centimeter, B, concave lens of focal length 50 centimeter, C, convex lens of focal length 25 centimeter, D, convex lens of focal length 50 centimeter. Again, long-sighted person of minimum distance of distinct vision is 50 centimeter. That means what? What you have to write? It is clearly written in the question. So your answer will be D, that is convex lens of focal length 50 centimeter. Question number 9. Presbyopia arises due to A. Increase in distance between eye lens and retina. B. Decrease in distance between eye lens and retina. C. The gradual weakening of ciliary muscles and diminishing flexibility of the eye lens. D. Both B and C. So what will be the answer? Clearly it is the weakening of the ciliary muscle, isn't it? So it is option B, the gradual weakening of the ciliary muscles and diminishing flexibility of the eye lens. Let us move on to the next question. Question number 10. A prism has option A, the 3 triangular surfaces and 2 rectangular surfaces. B, 3 rectangular surfaces and 2 triangular surfaces. C, 2 triangular and 2 rectangular surfaces. D, 3 rectangular surfaces and 3 triangular surfaces. So the options are, correct answer is, that is option B, 3 rectangular surfaces and 2 triangular surfaces, right? Next question, question number 11 is asking that the rectangular surfaces of a prism are known as option A, reflecting surfaces, B, dispersing surfaces, C, refracting surfaces, D, none of the above. It is a very easy question, so it is a refracting surfaces. So it is correct option is option C. Next question, question number 12. The angle between the two rectangular surfaces of a prism is called, options are A, angle of prism, B, refracting angle, C, both A and B, D, none of the above. So the answer is C, that is both A and B. Okay. Next question is question number 13. The angle of deviation of a prism is the angle between option A, incident ray and refracted ray, B, emergent ray and refracted ray, C, incident ray and emergent ray produced, D, none of the above. So what will be the answer? Answer is option C, incident ray and emergent ray produced. Okay. Next question, question number 14, that is splitting of white light into 7 colors on passing through a glass prism is called A, reflection, B, refraction, C, scattering, D, what? Dispersion. So clearly the answer is option D, dispersion. The last question, that is question number 15, white light is incident at an angle to the surface of a triangular piece of glass. Which color of light deviates the most from its original path after leaving the glass? Options are A, red, B, orange, C, green, D, blue. So which one deviate the most? Yes, that is blue. Right? Among these 4, it will be blue. That's all, children, in this video. So just wait for the next video, that is in part 3. I'll come with more of the question. Till then, keep practicing, stay well and study well. Right? Bye bye.